Hello my dear students and welcome back to Current, Electricity and Magnetism. Now today let us proceed with the further part of the lesson. But before we proceed, let me ask you few questions based on this picture. Now what do you observe here? Can you see something here? Yes, you are right. It is a crane. Do you know for what crane is used? Yes, you are right. It is used to remove the scrap material or maybe the bigger vehicles if they are fallen down the hill. It is easily lifting it up. Do you know how it does it? Does it have a magnet for it? Yes, there is a magnet. But is that a permanent magnet? No, it is a temporary magnet. That means that magnet is, switched on for some time. And how it is done? It is done due to electric current. You know, my dear students, that electric current produces the magnetic field. So today, let us learn about how the electric current produces the magnetic effect. So crane is an example of magnetic effect of the electric current. So let us learn about magnetic effect of electric current. For this, let us try to perform an activity. For this, you will require a wire, that is insulated copper wire. Okay, then you require a magnetic needle, you require a key, a bulb and the electric cells or the battery, right? So the connection will look like this. Okay, now what do you see here? There is a magnetic needle there. Do you know how magnetic needle deflects? Yes, if you bring a bar magnet near a magnetic needle, you will find that there is a deflection in the magnetic needle. But does the electric current can deflect the magnetic needle? Yes, it can deflect the magnetic needle. Let us see how it happens. Now, when the key is switched on, okay, when key is put in, you will find that the bulb glows. That means the current will flow inside the wire. And when the current flows, you will find that there is a deflection in the magnetic needle too. Okay, so here you can see the effect. See how when the circuit is complete or when the wire is connected to the cell, you find that there is a magnetic needle which goes on deflecting, correct? So that means the electric field which is there when the current is flowing inside the wire, this electric field behaves like the magnetic field. And since there is a magnetic field brought near the magnetic needle, you will find that it will start deflecting. Okay, you have learned about the magnetic forces of attraction as well as repulsion. When the two like poles are brought together, they will repel, and when the two unlike poles are brought together, they will attract. The same way over here in this case, the magnetic needle starts deflecting when the the current is passed into the wire. That means that there is a magnetic effect produced due to electric current. Fine. So what do we conclude from this? So what can we conclude? We can conclude that magnetic field is created when an electric current flows in a wire. Okay. Now this discovery was made by a scientist known as Hans Christian Ørsted. Okay, for the first time. And because of this invention, it has been very useful for us in the research. We can conclude that when an electric current passes through a wire, magnetic field is produced around that wire. So do you think so it is a useful discovery? Yes, my dear students, it is a very useful discovery, because of which there was invention of the electric motor. And you know, electric motor is used in all different electrical gadgets. Okay, so because of this invention of the magnetic effect of electric current by Hans Ørsted, there was an invention of the electric motor, and electric motor is used in a fan, right? Many of the electrical devices, fine, a refrigerator, a washing machine, whatever it is, a electrical motor is used, and this electrical motor also works on the principle of magnetic effect of electric current. You can see how it is rotating. Fine. Now let us learn how to prepare our own electromagnet. For that we require a flexible, long flexible wire. Okay, it may be a meter long, fine, with a resistive coating. That means there should be an insulation around it, and you have to take a long iron screw for this. Fine. What you have to do is that you have to take that long wire and wind it around the nail or the screw. Fine. And the two ends of the wire, which will be now free, can be connected to the key and the battery. Okay, fine, or a cell. Fine. So once you put on switch on the key, as shown in this diagram, in this picture, you will find that the current will start flowing into the circuit, and you will find that this screw which is there will behave like the magnet, because you have just now learnt that the magnetic field is produced when the current electric current flows through the wire. Since the wire is wound around the nail, iron nail especially, this iron nail acts like the magnet, and that magnet is also called as an electromagnet. Fine. Why electromagnet? Because the current is flowing through the wire, and when the current is flowing through the wire which is wound around the iron screw, this iron screw acts like the magnet, and so this magnet is called as an electromagnet, which is a temporary magnet. Okay, once the key is switched on, you will find that this screw, iron screw, will behave like a magnet, and once it behaves like a magnet, you can see that there are iron pins here. Fine. These iron pins will get attracted towards the iron screw. You can see in this activity which I have placed here, you can see in this video that when the current is switched on, you will find that the pins are getting attracted towards the iron screw, which is nothing but the electromagnet. Fine. So when the current is switched off, you will find that they will fall down. When again the current is switched on, they will get attracted towards the iron screw. Why iron is only used? Because you know that there are magnetic substances, iron, nickel and cobalt. So only out of these three you can use to prepare your electromagnet. Other metals cannot behave like the magnet. So iron screw is used for this purpose, that it is a magnetic substance. Why? Because it gets attracted towards the magnet, and so iron screw is used to prepare an electromagnet. So the same way, this is how the electromagnet works, and on this same principle, crane is also made. So crane is also having a temporary magnet. That means when the electric current is flowing there, it will behave like the electromagnet, and it can lift up any heavy load, which is either of iron or nickel, cobalt, whatever it is. Fine. But for that you require stronger current. Now this is with us one cell, or one cell, it is either 1.5 volt or 1.2 volts, depending upon what type of a cell it is. You have already learnt. Fine. So this is how an electromagnet works. You can see again how it is. See, when the current is switched on, you can see that the pins are getting attracted towards the iron nail. So let us try to conclude now what we have learned from this electromagnet. When the electric current flows in the wire, magnetism is produced in the coil. Now the coil means what? The wire which is wound around a screw, that is called as the coil. Okay, and because of that, the screw also attains magnetism. Fine. As soon as the current is stopped, this magnetism vanishes. So the system of coil and the screw is also called an electromagnet. electromagnet. And you know, you have already learnt in standard 6 what are the uses of electromagnet. So electromagnet is also used to produce a strong magnetic field which is useful in scientific research. My dear students, you can try this activity at home. You can bring a meter long copper wire, wind it around an iron screw. Iron screw will be available in your house, and of course a cell, one or two cells will be available in your house. You can make your own electromagnet and try this activity like fun. Fine. So this is how an electromagnet is produced. Now let us see one more effect of the magnetic effect of the electric current, that is nothing but your electric bell. Okay, now let us see how this electric bell works. For this you will require certain things. Okay, you can also see if your electric bell outside your door is not working. You can try to open it, and once you open it you will see that there is something like this inside. Okay, now what are these structures? Let us try to understand first. You can see that there is a wire, okay, red colored wire there. Then you can see that there is K. K means nothing but key. Okay, K is key. U is a cell here. Then there is T. T means the contact screw. Then there is A called as the iron strip, which is flexible. Flexible, why? Because it has to move. That is why it is flexible. And at the end of that iron strip you can see a round structure, that is nothing but a striker. Fine. Then B stands for a bell or a gong. Fine. Then E is nothing but an electromagnet. Now that you have learned about how to make an electromagnet, you can use this is how it is fitted inside the electric bell. So E is nothing but the electromagnet, wherein there is nothing but copper wire is wound around that iron piece. So it is an iron piece, U-shaped iron piece, and around it you can see there is a wire wound around it, a coil. So since coil is wound around an iron piece, it is also called as an electromagnet. Now how does it work? That you have to understand. So let us see how this bell is working. Okay, so the coil acts over here as an electromagnet. Okay, an iron strip along with the striker is fitted towards the contact screw, and this contact screw is in contact with the iron strip. Right. Fine. Now when the iron strip is in contact with the contact screw, that is T, iron strip is A, which is in contact with the contact screw called as T. Fine. Now that means the current can flow if the key is switched on. Fine. Did you understand what I mean? I said that the iron strip A is in contact with the contact screw, and when it is in contact with the contact screw, the current can flow through the circuit. And for the flowing of current, we have to switch on the key. So once the key is switched on, you will find that the contact screw is in contact with the iron strip. Fine. When the current flows, you will find that the coil electromagnet will behave like the magnet. Why? Because when the current flows, passes through the wire, that iron piece will behave like the electromagnet. And once this behaves like the electromagnet, you will find that the flexible iron strip will be getting attracted towards the electromagnet, and when it gets attracted towards the electromagnet, you will find that the iron strip will strike the bell, that is B. Okay, and the sound will produce. But when the iron strip, flexible iron strip, touches the gong, you will find that the contact between the iron strip and the contact screw will break, and once it breaks, the current will automatically stop. Fine. Once the current stops, the electromagnet will not behave like the electromagnet now. Fine. And so the flexible iron strip will come back and touch again the contact screw. And once it comes in contact with the contact screw, again the current will flow. Once the current flows, electromagnet will behave like a magnet, and once it behaves like the magnet, the striker will again come closer towards the electromagnet, and when it is doing like this, it will strike the bell. And this process will go on repeating till the key is, or the switch of the electric bell is pressed. Fine. So this is how the sound, that trrr is coming. Trrr, t means the bell is ringing. R means it is getting split. Fine. So in this way, till the switch is pressed on, the current will flow. The coil will behave like the electromagnet. The flexible iron strip will come closer to the electromagnet, and then it will strike the gong. Once it comes towards the electromagnet, the contact between the contact screw will break and the circuit will break. So once the circuit breaks, the electromagnet is not an electromagnet. The iron piece will come back close to the contact screw. So this goes on repeating, and this action, once it repeats itself, the bell goes on ringing till the switch is pressed on. So this is regarding this lesson, that is current, electricity and magnetism. I hope so you have understood this lesson well. So if you have any doubt, you can see all the videos again to clear your doubt. Okay, thank you dear students. Let us meet in the next lesson next time. Thank you.